so excited to be here. And yes, I'm a mechatronics engineering student at Tecnológico de Monterrey in Mexico. I think that a few minutes ago, one of my friends was here and he talks about a similar topic that I'm going to talk, but I hope that you can get another new thing with my presentation. So can I share my screen?
We would love for you to do that. Thank you, Luisa.
Okay, thank you. Well,
there you go.
Can you see? Okay,
yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, today I'm going to talk with you about basic innovation tools for innovators. And first, we need to identify the difference between steps and tools. Why? Because there are many ways to get innovation. So the things that I'm going to present today with you are some tools that can help you to innovate, but you also can innovate in so many other ways. So I hope that you can get some important things from my presentation and that it can help all of you to innovate. Well, I'm going to talk about the product design process, which is methodology from product design and development book by Ulrich and Eppinger and Young Maria. And if you want to know more about this topic, you can Google this book and find a lot of information from this. I'm going to share with you a few concepts, but well, this process have 5 phases. The first one is customer needs. Then we have definition of specifications, concept generation and selection, prototypes, and proof of concept. The first one, customer needs, is a 5-step method to identify customer needs. In this way, in this step, we have another 5 steps. First, we need to collect data. It could be through interviews, focus group, questionnaires. And after that, we need to interpret that data. This should be expressed is each need in terms of what the product will do, expressing it in the same detail as the data collect. We need to make positive statements. We need to express the need as an attribute of the product and avoid the words should or must, because we need to talk about what the product will do. After that, we need to organize needs in a hierarchy. We have primary needs that are general and secondary needs that are more detailed of the primary needs. And when we have hierarchy or needs, we have to assign relative importance from 1 to 5, where 5 is fundamental and 1 is irrelevant. And then we need to, we can do it by team consensus that is more faster, but also we can do it more detailed by customer studies. Then we need to reflect on the process. And for this, we need to verify if the results of the process coincide with our knowledge or preliminary intuition. And after that, all these things, we need to define the specifications. So for this, we have 3 more steps. First, we need to develop the list of metrics that reflect the relationship between need and the customer specification and how much we specification satisfies each need. And this must be practical. We have a rank and it should be depends. Then we need to compare to the competition. What are they doing or not doing? What type of materials are they using, or the cost or something? And after that, we need to set originally acceptable ideal target values. It could be ideal value or marginally acceptable value, like at least X, maximum Y, could be between X and Y. And when you have already the definition of a specification, we have the 3-step, which is concept generation and selection. This is a 4-step method. It's clarify the problem, then we need to make an external and internal search, and make a systematic exploration. And after that, choose the best option to our concepts. First, for clarify the problem, we have to make a function diagram, which is not a flowchart because they have a different symbology. And in this diagram, we need to put all the functions that our project will do. And after that, we need to make an internal and external search. Internal could be generate ideas, invisible ideas, graphic or physical methods. And external could be like make analogies. Then we have the system exploration. Here we need to make a morphological matrix, which is a matrix in which we can put all the functions that our product will do, and some options that can solve each function. So after that, we will select for each function one option that solves the problem, and we will get at the end some different concepts generated. So after that, we need to see which one is the best option for all of our product. And with that, we need to get the first step, which is prototype. In this prototype step is also 4-step method. But first, we need to understand what is the prototype. And prototype is an approach to the product in one or more dimension of interest. And then prototyping is a 4-step method. First, we have to define the purpose of the prototype. And then we need to establish the level of approximation of the prototype, outline an experimental plan. And after that, obviously, we need to create a schedule for acquisition, construction, and testing this prototype. There are 3 types of prototypes: alpha, beta, and pre-production prototype. And alpha is similar in material and geometry from the final product. Beta is evaluate the reliability and identify defects. And this prototype, customers prove this prototype. So you can get information from the customer about your product. And pre-production prototypes are the first products that you launch in your production line. And finally, we have 2 proof of concept. And in this step, we need to select a survey format. It could be through email, telephone, internet, personal interaction, or whatever you think that could help you to make a survey. And then you need to know how you will communicate your concept. It could be through sketch, illustrations, photos, simulations, videos, or something that can help you to communicate your product or your concept. And we need to measure customer response for know how much the customer the customer needs are satisfying by our concept or by our prototype. And for this, you can ask the customer to select their opinions that generate the most satisfaction and ask them about their reaction to the product. For this, we have a typical scale that can help you how much satisfaction feels the customer about our concept. And after that, we need to interpret and reflect the results. Here we have a mathematical function that can help us to estimate the demand for a product. Here we have what means each letter, but the thing is that we need to take all the information that we get from the previous interviews or survey format that we select. And with all this information, we can help us to know how much or how many products we expect to sold during a period in the future. And well, I think it's all the information. I know that it could be so much information in a little bit time, but please, if you have, or if someone who is watching this video have any question or wants to know more about this topic, you can find me and email me through my email, and I will play really glad for answer to your question. And well, thank you so much for letting me being here.
Luisa, thank you so much. Wow. Awesome. Mechatronics, that just, that blows my mind. I would like to ask you like 20 questions, but I'm not sure of everything that you said because it was so over my head in some places.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. Have you always loved this type of work?
Yes, it's kind of hard because it requires a lot of time. Also, we already are with my friend who was a few minutes ago. We are developing a project, and we are working in this project during all this semester. So it's a process, a little bit hard, but I think it's grateful, and I don't know. I think it's those are like tools that really can help you to get innovation. And I know that there are many ways to innovate, but it can help you to make a way from innovation. And I think it could help many people.
Well, I heard, Luisa, that your school that you attend in Mexico is actually a very famous technology school, almost like the MIT that we have in the US. So tell us just a minute or two about your school.
Well, yes, it's very famous. I think it's a great school because with all this problem about coronavirus and all the things that are happening right now, I think that my school have making a real good work with our classes, and we have all our classes through Zoom, and we can still working in a project. So I think that I really be happy to be in this school.
Well, I think you would be, and I really appreciate that. I also appreciate you taking the time today to share with us. On YouTube, we have a couple people saying, you know, she's awesome, very interesting. Someone's saying you're gorgeous. So that's kind of cool to add that to your list. And then several people saying that they're definitely going to try to contact you because they're interested in what you're doing. And you have people saying she has lots of ideas for changing the world. She's the best. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I agree.